Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Great Day. As we know, great things come with Houston's diversity. For example, the many customs and celebrations that we have. Our South Asian community just celebrated the new year with Diwali. It symbolizes the spiritual victory of light over darkness, good over evil, and knowledge over ignorance. Thanks to Satapa Ghosh and her husband Atul for these treats right here. She's the creator of the Houston's Indian Film Festival. And these beautiful chocolates are from Annie Rapani and her father. They are part of our Pakistani community. At one point, it was passion versus parents for Annie. She did not want to go to law school. Instead, she wanted to be a chocolatier. She came on Great Day when she first opened her store in 2014. Today, Cacao and Cardamom does business around the world with her unique hand-painted fine chocolates, and her parents, let's just say, they're good with it now. All right, up next is Halloween, shared by many cultures, and the day after is Dia de los Muertos, or the Day of the Dead. For centuries, people in Mexico observed the day honoring loved ones who had passed away. With symbols like sugar skulls and skeletons, it can look scary, but movies like Disney's Coco replace mystery with meaning.
Dia de los Muertos is the one night of the year our ancestors can come visit us. We've put their photos on the ofrenda so their spirits can cross over. That is very important. If we don't put them up, they can't come. We made all this food, set out the things they loved in life, mijo. All this work to bring the family together.
A Dia de los Muertos Festival will take place in Magnolia Park this weekend. Dr. Virginia Elizondo is the Deputy Director of East End Communities, and Francis Castaneda Dias is the year's Grand Marshal and President of the East End Chamber of Commerce. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Oh, wait, let me get this all together first. Let me get my what do we call this?
Corona.
My corona. Oh, the crown. Okay, let me get my corona means something else to me, but anyway, corona cerveza, maybe that, right? All right. Virginia, you were born and raised in Magnolia Park, and you're now raised your family there, so it's all come full circle.
Yes, it has.
What are your earliest memories of celebrating in that community in particular? Because for people who don't know, it's a strong Hispanic community, and so all the culture is intact there.
Yes, we're very proud of our identity. We've been the largest and the first predominantly Mexican-American community in Houston, and we're very proud of our roots, and you see that evident very much there. Yeah. That we're very proud of everything with our culture. Yeah. We've not decided, we've retained our culture and we've retained our customs, and we love to share that with people. Yeah. And we're very proud of our identity.
When it comes to Dia de los Muertos, I remember I was in Oaxaca in Mexico, and where you see a lot of those painted animals that are from that area, and I remember seeing all the skeletons, and this is decades ago, and we kept thinking, this is kind of weird, what is this? There are skeletons that are like playing soccer, there are skeletons that are like, bride and groom and stuff like that, and they explained it to us, and so it is something new for a lot of people on this side of the border, even a lot of Hispanic people in this side of the border. It was not new to you.
No. We definitely we wanted to remember the people that we loved who had passed.
Yeah, but you celebrated it as a child,
yes,
right?
Yes, I did, and we took a lot of pride in showing that, and it's a really wonderful opportunity for us to get to talk and to remember and not to forget the people that we've lost.
Yeah. All right, 15 years with the East End Chamber of Commerce, right?
Yes.
And that's with you. And that's such an important asset to have and to connect people in different business communities.
It is. I was born and raised in the East End in the Second Ward community. I still live there, and I've been with the East End Chamber for 15 years, cultivating relationships, connecting people together, and then also never forgetting our history.
Yeah. All right. So Magnolia Park, speaking of history.
Yes, so Magnolia Park is the oldest Hispanic neighborhood in Houston. It is vibrant, it's beautiful, and we invite everyone to come look at it.
Yeah, it was originally its own city, wasn't it? Okay, so it was started in 1890. The neighborhood was mapped out by Thomas Brady. 3,750 magnolias were planted by developers, so no wonder it's called Magnolia Park, right? But in October of 1926 was annexed to Houston, and money was raised to build the beautiful gazebo, and then, as we mentioned, one of the oldest Mexican-American community in Houston. But then there's Hidalgo Park.
Yes. Hidalgo Park, actually, the community, at the time during segregation, were not allowed to play in different parks throughout the city. So the community came together and raised the money to buy the land where the park currently sits. Yeah. And then later, when we were our own municipality and we became part of the city of Houston, we signed that property over to the city. Yeah. And then we raised funds again to name the park. and also to dedicate the gazebo to the people of the community. And we got named after Miguel Hidalgo, who is most known for the Grito de Dolores. That's the priest who called for the revolution in Mexico against Spanish colonialism.
Yeah, and a rich history from the churches, hand-laid bricks on navigation. If people have not been down there, it's one of the first places I went actually when I came to Houston, and it's kind of gone through a revival right now.
Oh, yes, definitely. You're seeing so many, especially with our younger generations, really embracing our culture and really learning and taking pride in our history and trying to share those things. That's something we've been known for, is passing our stories down from generation to generation.
Yeah, and the preservation, at the same time that we're seeing new buildings and new businesses down there, we're seeing some preservation down there as well.
Oh, yes. We really want to keep the aesthetic of the neighborhood and keep those things alive that are really make it very unique and different from everyone else.
All right, Dia de los Muertos, is, as you mentioned, the cultural celebration is dating back to the Aztec times, and I think every culture tries to understand what happens after our loved ones pass away, and this is a way of not mourning the loss but celebrating the life. And so November 1st honors children who have passed, November 2nd honors adults who have passed. And again, it's that joyful celebration of life and death. There's different ways to do it. One, of course, is what we have our coronas on, but then also a thing called the ofrendas.
Yes. And as you can see here, we have an example for you guys. In ofrenda, what we try to do is we have a picture of someone significant. I have my father-in-law, Felipe Elizondo Senior here. I'm married to Felipe Elizondo.
Yeah, keep him around. Yeah, right.
And Francis?
My father is over here as well. And you can see the pan de muerto is here too. It's sweet bread for the Day of the Dead. And then we also try to put something that's their favorite. So a beer, tequila, a cigar.
The other corona.
Yes.
You'll notice the corona right there.
Yeah, right.
Baseball for my father-in-law. And then we also have a glass of water. So after they journey back, they may be thirsty. There's also some salt as well for the purity.
Yeah.
And
the
we
marigolds.
have the marigolds are to try to guide them back into back to come and visit us.
And of course the sugar skulls and the candles, all
yes.
that. And it's an altar basically.
Yes.
And so what does that do when you put one up like that? What does it do for you?
I think that it also lets families celebrate those who have gone past, but it also lets children that never got to meet those ancestors to see who they are and remember who they are and maybe learn a little bit about them.
And speaking of children, the focus is on the Milby High School students with the ofrenda theme that you'll have down there at the celebration, and there's a reason for that. They've lost at least 5 kids since the beginning of the year, and there was the thought that, wait a minute, kids grieve too, and sometimes when we ignore that is when other issues happen. So what was the idea behind saying, let's make the ofrenda theme this year about children who are dealing with loss?
Yeah, I think that what happened is we talked more about, and it was so many children that had passed, and some were, a lot of people in the community were very impacted by what was happening in those numbers, and we just thought, we've never done an honoree that was a child before, and this is a conversation that we should be able to talk about grief, but also celebrate the lives of these children who may have passed away too soon, and that's why we decided this year we needed to focus on that.
And you will have a celebration. There's going to be a parade?
Yes, a parade. A big parade with a lot of wonderful things. Catrinas are going to be walking, dancers. We're going to have a lot of amazing pieces. We also are going to have a featured artist, Yaritzi Barron, and she's actually the one who did the mural letters to Magnolia on Harrisburg Boulevard.
And then of course the actual festival itself is going to have a lot of features too.
Yes.
We're going to have music, of course. We're going to have a Selena impersonator. We're going to have a lot of great dances as well, and we also are going to have lots of food, lots of fun, lots of giveaways. Lots of people are coming to do a lot of fun activities to kind of share information about there. So it's a really a community event. A lot of community-based organizations. You're really going to see a lot of people out there.
And everyone's invited.
Oh,
because
everyone
that's one thing
is
I think is
invited.
such a gift of Houston is that we can go and appreciate each other's cultures and history, and that's what makes us a cohesive city.
Yes.
So.
It's a time to laugh in the face of death and also just remember our loved ones.
Well said. All right. Again, the Dia de los Muertos Parade and Festival happens this Saturday at Hidalgo Park in Magnolia Park. The morning parade starts at 9 a.m. followed by a day of festivities. It is free to attend. For details and how to submit photos for the ofrendas, because you can actually submit some of your photos as well, visit greatdayhouston.com. More Great Day Houston to come, but as we go to break, Alexia Horta is a member of Las Americas Ballet Folklorico and is one of the performers at this weekend's festival. Here she is singing La Llorona, one of the classic songs performed in the movie Coco.
gozar.